Hey guys, back here doing another video. This is the first one I've shot in a couple of days. Just like I say, I try to keep the backlog and everything good. Um, excuse me. Like I say, air is real thick and stuff tonight, so it's kind of humid and stuff. Been coughing and stuff a lot. I've actually got these. If anybody watched that menthol cheat code or whatever video. Um, so I may be actually using some of these legitimately, so we'll just have to see if I get the coughing too bad in the video. Like I say, apologize, and just gonna go ahead and pop one of them in, but I believe I will. It's already started, so like I say, best cough drops. Um, they actually do shit. I used to get them Luden's cherry ones every now and again as candy. I mean, it's kind of what I do with these too in a way, but uh, like anytime I was ever actually sick, I wasn't fucking with like a Luden's cherry. I was fucking with Fisherman's Friend or them Halls like lemon honey or whatever the fuck. They're all right, but I don't know. I'm weird. I prefer cough drops to just regular hard candy, because the menthol, I guess, But anyways, so yeah, just kind of talk a little bit more about some music and stuff I enjoy. Um, like I say, had a comment and stuff like that. It's still got the conversation kind of ongoing. Actually, just replied a minute ago before shooting this one. Um, I got another video or two I may try to make tonight about some stuff I want to talk about. But anyways, I want to talk about the music. This one here is going to be, I guess, kind of just some more non-metal stuff that I really like. Um, and I may have mentioned some of these in some of the other videos. I can't really remember. Um, that being said, as I've mentioned before, black metal is kind of my thing, but I like a lot of different stuff, generally speaking. But a lot of, when it comes to other genres, while I would say that I am a fan of the genre on a couple of the others, um, I feel as if I am more of like a band or album when it comes to some of the other genres. Anyways, just to kind of go ahead and start this off. And again, off the top of my head, if I kind of forget some stuff, which I forgot to mention Coven, and whenever I was talking about the boomer music and stuff, which I think a lot of the boomers wouldn't fuck with Coven, just because it's kind of too oopy spoopy. Uh, the first record, the Witchcraft Destroys Minds and whatever the fuck, it's got some long-winded weird title, but that was goated. Um, and I really like, now just kind of swapping over to what I want to say, I guess, is there's an album uh, called In the Mouth of the Young by Bullets and Octane. It's their second record. First one's pretty damn good too, but their second one, I love it all the way through. No skips. And again, I hope I'm not repeating any of these. I can't remember. I probably should have watched the videos back, but I love that record all the way through. Um, there's one song on it's a little mid, um, but like I say, it's all great. Um, and also, I really like, this would be top 10 album. This is probably my favorite one that I may name tonight. Blessed by a Broken Heart, Pedal to the Metal. It's their second record as well. The first record, whatever. Uh, second one is absolutely amazing. The third one's pretty damn good too. It's a little bit more whiny. Um, but anyways, if anybody's not aware of Blessed by a Broken Heart, they're like kind of like, I guess, a Christian metalcore band, but they blended a lot more like the 80s music stuff, kind of before it was cool to do so into it, which is probably why they never did get, like, take off or anything right. But I think this album might have actually dropped on Century Media. But anyways, no, like I say, the album's I love it all the way through. It's just a lot of speed. I mean, it's a lot of like speed metal with like synthy 80s style, like kind of breakdowns and stuff in it. I really like it. Um, like I say, it would be probably my top 10 albums encompassing all genres. Um, but yeah, which I said non-metal, but I'm meaning I guess non-extreme metal. Um, so that one's really good. Um, Many things are good. Yeah, Blessed by a Broken Heart, Pedal to the Metal, and I'll probably hop back and talk about some other things as they kind of come to mind, or I'm sure I'm forgetting most of the shit, but I really enjoy um, some country music. Like say, I can't believe nobody's commented on my voice or anything yet, which I mean that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad, honestly, but I'm hillbilly as fuck, so of course I like some country. Um, Not a lot of though, but anyways, I like some of the. Obviously, everybody likes the classics. They talk about the classics. God damn, look at this fucking. Y'all ever play San Andreas? The fucking Ballas. Uh, but anyways, um, these are probably going to be more like songs. I'd say as far as country albums all the way through goes, the only ones that I would like would be either by uh, Hank Three, specifically Straight to Hell, and Ghost to a Ghost, which that's kind of country, kind of, you know what I'm saying, in a sense. Um, I think those are fucking awesome all the way through. And of course, he's got a lot of other great songs throughout most of them, but there is some skips, I feel like, on some of the others. And then also, Those Poor Bastards. Basically, any record by them, which I'll show it off sometime. I actually have a couple of Those Poor Bastard shirts and a record. And it came with the CD too, which was chill. And I actually have a Those Poor Bastards inspired tattoo. If you've ever seen like something that they use sometimes for the logo, it's like a Bible with bat wings and stuff. And I don't know if it probably won't even show off really, but yeah, not really. Kind of with the colors. It's the one that's got the most sun and shit too, dripping blood, shit, whatever. But I really fuck with her stuff though. Again, it's probably not like country, but when it comes to like country, I guess you could say, um, I really like David Allan Coe. No specific albums, just a lot of the songs and stuff like that. I even like some of the stuff like in the '80s and shit like that. You know, he's got a lot of good ones. Uh, I actually got to go see him live back about fuck. It's probably been trying to think, guys. 2018, something like that, give or take. And they had to carry him on stage and sit him down because he couldn't hardly fucking walk. Of course, he had the Rebel Flag Dean Dimebag guitar, you know, and shit. And his voice, though, sounds just like it does on the albums. Even him being fucking, at the time, goddamn, almost 80 or whatever the hell it was. You know what I'm saying? It's a really good concert. It's the only concert that I went to that I was glad that I really went to. I've been to a few others, but they've, like I said, I just didn't really fuck with it. Like, so I really like Godsmack. Again, no albums all the way through, but I feel like they got a lot of good songs. if you made like a greatest hits, which I'm sure they have and stuff like that, you could probably get a full good greatest hits album out of their shit. I always consider them lawn mowing music because I mean, just to be honest with you guys, whenever I'm running the lawnmower and stuff in the summertime, I can't really listen to black metal a whole lot just because it kind of blends in with the lawnmower sound, and it just I can't really tell if I'm hearing the lawnmower or the fucking tremolos, right? So for some reason, like I say, Godsmack comes through loud and clear, and that's just one of my few like kind of I guess butt rocks to go through. Um, they headlined, and then worst concert I ever been to was goddamn Five Finger Death Punch. Okay, I mean I'm just gonna admit it. They would never stop fucking playing, bro. Uh, of course they were headlining. I didn't go for him because what it was is it was in high school and some of my buddies was like, "Hey, you want to go? We'll go and we'll get the tickets and do this thing." And I'd be like, "I get to go to a concert and fuck around and shit like that. Hell yeah, we'll go, we'll go." You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to drive, didn't have to do shit. Like just pay for the ticket and fucking have a cool time, or whatever, right? And anyways, this is at a big arena hall, which Godsmack was too. It's at the same place, but um, they were fronted by I forgot who the opener was. It was something whatever. But in this moment, which at the time, whenever I went to go see them, it was kind of whenever they were still like kind of doing like a little bit more like chill shit. I'm not a big fan of like their new stuff. Um, but they had a couple albums and then plus a few little songs and stuff there that were that was kind of chill. I enjoyed, and then Papa Roach, which don't hate. I do fuck with some Papa Roach. Um, but it's more or less just kind of go to hang out. Like I wouldn't go and see them like if I had to drive and find parking and if I had to do all the fucking heavy lifting to get there. You know what I'm saying? My ass drove David Allen Coe's, me and my wife, of course, girlfriend at the time technically, and it's just a little bit after high school and stuff. And the venue was nice. They didn't run you through a metal detector. You didn't have to worry about fucking your pocket knife and shit like that. And the seats were like theater style seats, and it was just a lot smaller crowd. It's just a lot better venue. Really enjoyed that. And then there's a 24-hour truck stop just right down the road from it and stuff. And it got to ease in there and get something good to eat afterwards and shit. I remember I got a chicken strips, mashed potatoes, and fucking applesauce. And wife still brings it up every now and again. It's like, remember that time we ate at that truck stop at fucking midnight and you, after that concert and you ordered applesauce? And she's kind of making it, my wife, she's poking fun at me with the waiter or the waitress and stuff there. And then she's like, hell, people order applesauce in here all the time. It's like, hell yeah. You know, had the fucking cinnamon on it. That's a, that's a good shit. I'm just yapping. But yeah, so David Allen Coe's good. Good as fuck. Oh yeah, I was still talking about the concerts. Okay, so done that, and then I went and seen uh, Roger Waters with my dad. I'll be honest with you guys, y'all gonna hate me for this, but Pink Floyd is the most boring fucking shit, bro. Uh, so, but free concert, dad wanted me to go with him. Hey, whatever. And see what else. I went to. Oh yeah, fuck. The other actual good one I went to, I talked about before, is Motley Crue, Poison, and New York Dolls. And so yeah, I got to see them. Uh, that one was in Tennessee. Um, but before that, as far as concerts go and stuff, um, our fucking like local area done a free Molly Hatchet concert. and a free Blackfoot concert uh, on 2 separate occasions and stuff. And so that was pretty chill. That's pretty chill. They're free, and I like a little bit of that shit. It's kind of one of the things you could probably take to me about all the southern rock bands and make one mixtape of all the greatest hits of all of them, and have a pretty good fucking mixtape. But you know, you don't need the whole ordeal. Of course, this here is like, who knows, they even had any original members at the time, whatever, right? But anyways, back to the country stuff. Um, The Road Goes On Forever by Robert Earl Keen is a fucking slapper. I love that shit. Um, also, um, here's the thing: whenever you're drinking, some of that fucking like goofy, like country music and stuff that they had a lot of times, like the '90s and 2000s and stuff, starts sounding pretty fucking good. Um, but what I'm talking about, like what I like whenever I'm good and sober, though. Really like um, some of G.G. Allen's country songs, especially When I Die. That one's really fucking good. Um, I listened to that the other night. Choctaw Bingo, Ray Wiley Hubbard is really good. Of course, Poncho and Lefty, the OG, by Towns Van Zandt. Also, really like a Flying. If I and I actually did make a burnt CD of Flying Burrito Brothers and Graham Parsons, and I filled it up, and they're all pretty good. Um, I like how on the Graham Parsons stuff, you got like Emmylou Harris singing in with it and stuff. Um, and like I say, it's pretty good shit. Flying Burrito Brothers and Graham Parsons. So, and I'm trying to think before I kind of mention the biggie. Well, let me go ahead and mention this, and I'll talk about the other stuff a little bit. But I really like. Fuck, I just lost it. I'm tired, guys. I had to get up early as fuck and go and sledgehammer rocks out and shit like that is rough. Um, Try to get that electric put in. I'm drawing a blank, but I say I really like it. I'm so damn dumb. I'm thinking. I've got the songs playing in my head. Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother. Possibly my favorite country song of all time. And it's by, goddamn, what is his fucking name? Navajo Rug is really great. Pickup Truck song is really great. Um, Cover of LA Freeway is really fucking great. Which Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother is technically a cover of Ray Wiley Hubbard as well, but I think he wrote it. But then, fuck, I'm gonna have to look this up, guys. I'm drawing a fucking blanket. I listened to this the other night. The guy I'm talking about originally wrote it. See here. Goddamn Jerry Jeff Walker. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Jerry Jeff Walker. Um, he's got quite a few songs I really like, and wife likes them too. Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother. At one point, whenever I was in my drinking stage, don't really drink or anything anymore. I've mentioned that in other videos and stuff. I ain't got time to sit around and feel bad and sober up and have a hangover. But there was one time whenever me and my wife had karaoke'd Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother, in every bar within like an hour and a half radius of us. Okay, and it's good shit. So, and to be honest with you guys, how I got into country music is, again, I mentioned it before. Whenever I was growing up, I only thought there was two types of music. Well, three, right? There was like rock and metal, which as a kid it just kind of blended together for me, and country music because my mom would listen to it because the local radio station would play it. I always just played like the new hits and stuff, or whatever at the time. So like early mid 2000s shit, and then of course they're playing the new shit now or whatever still to this day. But do that, and then they do have like the news and shit on there, so I knew that existed. And then I thought it was just like all the other types of music. Like again, pop music or whatever to me was just same as elevator music. It's what you hear in the fucking store. Like it's not even a thing that people listen to, right? Um, but anyways, how I got in the country, like, cause I never did like it whenever mom was listening to it and stuff. Was by Hank 3, and it was specifically the song "Dick and Dixie." I thought that song was just cool because at this point I done been listening to like metal and everything, like extreme metal and stuff, and I was just like, and which he and his music was actually what got me into Those Poor Bastards, Gigi Allen, and which then kind of led me in. Oh, and also some of the like Confederacy of Scum bands and stuff. Um, so like Anti-Scene and Hellstomper and Hammerlock, specifically, those three bands have covered like a lot of these country classics and stuff like that. Like the Anti-Scene cover of 6 Days on the Road fucking slaps. The first version of Up Against the Wall Redneck Mother I ever heard, and the first version I ever heard of fucking Polk Salad Annie, was the live versions on the live Hellstomper album and stuff, um, which I fucking love that record and stuff. So that's kind of how I got into it. It's a weird way to get into it, right? Um, but yeah, just some other stuff I like that. Um, I'll go ahead and mention this here. I guess kind of at the end. I do like some nightcore, but it has to be a good song in of itself. Also, I do like some like electronic goth music and stuff like that. Of course. Um, like a lot of the '80s, like new wave shit and stuff too. The kind of the typical stuff. Got some of them vibing in my head right now, but love that shit. Uh, Also, um, there is another genre, whatever you want to call it, glam punk or bubblegum glam or whatever the fuck. Basically, what it is whenever kind of around the time that grunge music had killed off, like all the hair metal stuff, there was still a bunch of bands that were kind of coming up that was just playing like all in the underground, and basically all that the majority of them ever did was like demos and shit. Um, some of them like full length albums and stuff. But they were more punk, they were more raw, like say a lot of demo quality stuff. Queenie Blast Pop, their demos is one of the main ones that stick out. Also, Heartthrob Mob. That's Heartthrob Mob. I don't know if I enunciated that correctly or whatever. It's kind of hard to say a little bit, I guess, real quick. Um, Also, the Stars from Mars. Uh, One album and stuff is really good. Glamour Punks is really good. A lot of these bands kind of had some uniqueness to them and stuff like that too. Um, which to me, I would say that bubblegum glam or glam punk, whatever you want to call it, is another genre that I do really, really enjoy. The majority of it. There's not a whole lot out there, um, but what there is, I really like it. I had a lot of this on like downloaded and stuff like that. Of course, I can't find no fucking CDs or anything of this shit. Um, so I would go to YouTube and then turn it into like an MP3 after downloading it and shit like that. And then I put it on my old iPhone 4 and listen to it like a lot in high school and stuff. Um, I really like just a lot of that stuff. I mean, in all honesty, I could go through about anything. I mean, Queenie Blast Pop, technically, because they only have like 2 demos, is one of the few bands that I can safely say that I like every single thing by. Again, 2 demos, so I mean, it's not a lot. A band has a small discography. It's kind of easy to fuck with it all, I guess. You know, if you really enjoy it. But I mean, do I like it? Like, let's say for example, they have 2 demo albums. Okay, well, Venom, Welcome to Hell, and Black Metal. I love all the way through. Teacher's Pets, but um, I'd say I love them all the way through. Obviously, I like Venom's first 2 way better than I like that. But at the same point, how many fucking albums? And I mean, don't get me wrong, At War with Satan Possessed got a little bit on there, but I mean, just how many dog shit albums has Venom kind of put out, though? You know what I'm saying? Uh, I can't say that I like everything Venom's ever put out. Um, um, I like everything Dissections put out. Their 3rd record, the one everybody hates, Brain Chaos. That's my fucking favorite. That's the fucking lawnmower music on steroids. You can make out everything in it. That's really good. Or Venom, or excuse me, goddamn Dissection. I like everything by, but then again, 3 records. Um, I guess probably the only project I like, I guess what you would call it, that I like literally everything by would be Burzum. That has a sizable discography, anyways, and stuff like that. I love the dark ambient records and the black metal records. I love it all. Um, so, I mean, even Bathory, probably my 2nd favorite band ever. I say probably because they've been at number 1 quite a few times, but I don't like everything that they ever put out. They kind of had 2 stinkers. I feel like, you know, Requiem and then the other one or whatever the fuck it was called, the kind of thrashy ones. But yeah, so glam punk, bubblegum glam, all that shit. I mean, like I say, you get to going down that rabbit hole. It's kind of hard to unearth some of that stuff, but a lot is pretty fucking good. Um, but yeah, just some more non-metal stuff that I do enjoy. I mean, it's you can tell I'm not really going into a whole lot of detail about everything here because, you know, other than kind of telling some stories there for a little bit, because again, the scale in which I like, you know, metal versus this stuff is like, I mean, it is drastically different, but at the same point, I do still really like it. Oh, and I'll end it on this. Pumped Up Kicks is a fucking great song. I love that. A lot of it for the memes, you know what I'm saying, stuff too, but, you know, it's chill. It is what it is too, but, yeah, so, if anybody's got any, music recommendations or anything like that, or anything you want me to check out or whatever, by all means, just let me know and we'll check them out. So appreciate it. Y'all watch this. So.